Danny Paradise, UL alumnus. I studied business and I graduated in 2010. I'm a big fan of UL and all things UL related. I recently learned of a new concept called Pay It Forward UL, which is effectively about doing good deeds and doing good things for your neighbours, for everyone around you, be it if you know them or not. If they're complete strangers, it makes no difference. So I'd like to share my Pay It Forward experience with you. I recently donated a kidney to a man who I've never met, which may seem a little bit extreme for some, but I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. The guy had been on dialysis for about 5 or 6 years. He suffered with polycystic kidney disease, which meant that none of his 3 children would have been suitable donors, in that there's a high probability that they too will suffer health complications because of the disease and the fact that it's genetic. So he had been on dialysis for a long time and unable to work, unable to support his family in any meaningful way. All the while, of course, living with the fear that he wasn't going to be around for too much longer unless he got a much needed transplant. So he did, he got that transplant. I donated the kidney to him. And I guess, I mean, this is absolutely Pay It Forward. I mean, I've never met the guy. I have no relationship of any sort with the guy. And you could ask, why would I care? Why would I want to do something like this? And that's I suppose, like that's fundamental to Pay It Forward UL. It's not necessarily needing a reason. It's not needing a motive other than wanting to do something good or wanting to do something kind to help someone else. I learned about the kidney donation process through watching Joe Brolly do something almost identical, in that he donated to a man that he barely knew. And you know, I suppose like what inspired Joe was pretty much the same thing that inspired me, just in you know, hearing of someone suffering or knowing there was someone in need, and deciding that there was something I could do about it. So stepping up to the plate seemed like the obvious thing to do. How this ties back into Pay It Forward UL is, I mean, I'm not suggesting everyone necessarily go out and rush to donate a kidney, but I mean, we can all do things in our daily life that that absolutely kind of represent what Pay It Forward is all about. It can be something as simple as, you know, if someone's short 20 cents when they're getting onto the bus, and it's the difference between them being able to get on the bus or not get on the bus, then, you know, if you have it, then by all means, you know, give them the 20 cents. Or if it's someone who dropped their book and, you know, you know, rather than walk past it, why not pick it up and give it back to them? And you know, really basic things that we all come across in our daily lives, and we shouldn't be afraid to. I mean, offering your seat to maybe you know, someone else on the bus, an elderly person or a pregnant woman or something like that. I think, you know, in recent times, people tend to suffer a little bit with, you know, what's known as like bystander theory, where we all wait in kind of expecting that somebody else will do it instead of us. And what happens is, because we all have the same expectation that someone else is going to do it, it ends up that no one actually does it. So, you know, like Pay It Forward is all about just taking that initiative, take it upon yourself to say, you know, I'll be the person who does it. And there's absolutely no shame in it whatsoever. It's actually something you should be quite proud of. And it's contagious as well. I mean, when people see you doing these things, you know, they'll stop and think, and maybe they'll say to themselves, you know, I could have done that, or I should have done that. And, you know, maybe next time they'll want to make amends, and they'll do it. And again, it has a knock-on effect. So, I mean, Pay It Forward UL, it's a brilliant thing. My experience of UL was always a great one. I found everyone to be very friendly, very helpful, from the professors and your tutors, the librarians. I mean, all of the staff at UL have been fantastic. And of course, even, you know, the students as well. The students, quite a happy campus, and people are quite friendly and polite and helpful. You know, even simple things like if you're trying to get to a class in the arena, spinning class or something like that, and you're a little bit late, and of course parking's always an issue. I mean, often I found that, you know, I'd be looking for a spot and somebody would be walking back to their car, would see me looking for my spot, and they'd kind of direct me to follow them and to take their spot when they got out. You know, and these are all simple things that we can all do. So, you know, Pay It Forward UL is a great concept. I think it's something we should all definitely have a think about. And if you can, just make it a part of your daily life. You know, I mean, we all have opportunities to do things for people. You know, very, very simple things. It's not going to change the world, but I think if we all do it, definitely make it a little bit of a better place.
Perfect. Cheers, Andy.